Okay, so out with the bad. This is the crank angle sensor that came out of it. I've got some screws. It looks like maybe I can unscrew these Phillips on the top and maybe separate it from this base housing and look at the bottom of the board. It's like it's sealed in epoxy. You really can't tell anything here, so unless I can see the circuit board from the bottom by removing this, I won't really be able to do any further testing. But this has the NGK equivalent. I think it was EH0230, whatever that is. They had a standard ignition one and an NGK. I opted for the NGK. I don't know if it's any better, but I know that the car likes NGA plugs, but you know, what the heck, made in Taiwan. I don't know if that was made in China or not, who knows. So I've set the base timing. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I think I set it to 15 degrees. I was having problems getting the start. I finally figured out, I had it so far advanced that it was fighting the ignition when it was trying to start. So I retarded the ignition a lot. Now it starts much easier, even idle smoother and everything. So clearly that was something going on. But yeah, it's been running for maybe 10 minutes now. About 164 there. Same here. Everything's going fine there. Oil pressure. And that's at idle. Like I said, I checked the compression not that long ago. I put the compression tester on it. Every one of those cylinders was right at, I mean, within a couple pounds of 150 PSI, maybe 149, 152. Very even across the board, so that's really good. And I think that was with the throttle closed. I didn't bother to crack it open. And usually you can add at least a couple more pounds for that. But yeah, the plan now is I just filled the tank up with some fuel. I'm just gonna let this thing run and see what happens. I already tried putzing around, moving that little plug to see if I could induce a failure. I could not. One thing to note about the difference between, I don't know what I did with that now, with that crank angle sensor, is the part that comes out of the bottom of the distributor was not as long, so the plug actually goes further up into the body of the distributor. I don't know if that matters or not. I'm pretty sure it's still getting fully engaged because there's a lot of space around it, so I'm assuming it just kind of, the plug goes until it stops, you know. And it looked like it was going deeper in, so I think it's okay there. What was the other thing was? Oh, the other thing was, here's the shame. Oh, here it is. You'll see this one. Let's get in the light, we can see better. You see this one? Those are not through holes. Those are bosses with threads, okay? The one that I got had through holes. These are brass inserts that went clean through with the intent of a Phillips going through the top. That made for a mounting problem because the bottom of the distributor that the holes go through and engage here is not tapped. So I ended up getting, I think it was 470, 20 millimeter long pan head Phillips screws. I went through the top of the crank angle sensor on the NGK version. The 20 millimeter got it just enough so it came out, and I was able to get a small nut. The nut came with a star washer, so I put all that stuff together. Hopefully that'll stay put. I guess, I mean, I could have just, I don't know if it could have gotten a slightly bigger screw, you know. I'm not sure, I'm not real checked out on metric sizes, but maybe one size up in that metric diameter, and I could have tapped the bottom of the distributor, so it'd have tap threaded holes to go into. But the reason I didn't do that was I felt comfortable that the thing wasn't moving around. It's very secure. The screws seemed to hold it just right, so I wasn't an issue with that. It would just be a convenience factor for installing that particular crank angle sensor. And like I said, I haven't fully condemned this one yet. One of my viewers noted that I should triple check that plug, which I may end up doing if this thing fails again. And plus, I still want to see if I can examine the bottom of the PC board. So like I said, I'm not ready to condemn this, and I'm afraid if I drill those holes and tap them, I don't know what that would do to the fitment of this OE unit, you know? I know that I can fit the aftermarket unit in the OE distributor, but if I modify the distributor, make those holes wider, will that affect the mounting of this OE unit? I don't know. So that's where we are. So it'll be a while now. Like I said, I think last time it took about 20 minutes for this thing to show up a failure mode. My plan is to let it sit here and idle for 45 minutes. It takes that long time. I've got the car parked here to try to block some of the noise. So anyway, that's that. I'll come back and I'll give you an update on it to see if this takes care of it. But in the meantime, everything seems to be going pretty smooth. We're just rolling along. All right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.